What's up, you guys? Forrest here with the FoCo Flow Show. We are just days away from the SM100, the 100-mile mountain bike race out in the George Washington National Forest that I've been training for, despite injury, for the last 5-6 months. I got all my gear packed behind me. Ripmo is tuned up, and she's about ready to go. So I'll talk to you a little bit about what's been going on the last few months and about how tuned up we are, what I've been doing to get ready. So we'll get out there and find that flow. For those of you who don't know, the Shenandoah Mountain 100 is a 100-mile backcountry race run in the Stokesville area, out of the Stokesville campground in the George Washington National Forest, west of Stanton, Virginia, and Harrisonburg, Virginia. Considering the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020, in some ways we're lucky that they're even running the race this year. There's a 60-mile version and a 100-mile version like usual, but the 60-mile version is on Saturday, and there's a bunch of other COVID-related changes where the aid stations will be a little bit different and not fully stocked with people and not as much support. We have more drop bags, and there will be less volunteers out on the race course from the support at the aid stations. So again, fortunate to be running the race, but definitely going to look a little bit different as I prepare to do my first attempt at this 100-mile race. Over on Trail Forks, here is a quick recap of the actual 100-mile race course as you start out from the campground and take a little bit of pavement and then fire road up to the narrow back mountain climb and down the Tillman West descent, connect on the Tillman Road gravel and then the road on Briery up to the Lynn Trail, which I'm told is a bit of a hike-a-bike, and then come down the Wolf Ridge Trail descent, back onto the gravel fire road all the way back to an aid station, up and over to Hankey Mountain is pavement. The Hankey Mountain is double track, climbing up to the summit of Hankey, which is single double track, and down Dow's Draft, which is an absolute blast. I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. The road on 250, and then the climb up, and then back down Bridge Hollow. I've done that section before separately. That's a lot of fun. Coming around the Johnson Trail, and then onto the pavement, and then gravel up a small little peak, and starting the death climb, which is mostly a gravel forest road, FR95, to the dirt right turn on the West Virginia border for the death climb proper. There's an aid station up there, and then you get the killing fields that goes back up to the top summit. I think it's Bald Ridge there, hanging a left and coming down Chestnut Ridge, across Skidmore Fork, back to where we are on the road, up Hankey again, and then back down a part of the Lookout Mountain Trail and a little side trail back to the campground. So that's the route in the map format. Here's a quick view at the elevation profile to get an idea of the 6 different mountains that we're going to climb up, over, and back down. So there's Narrowback, then up Wolf and down, and we're going all the way up Hankey and then back down, Bridge Hollow and down, and then the long, arduous death climb up to, gosh, I don't even know what all of those mountains are called, and coming down Chestnut Ridge and down, and then you get that last little peak back up and over Hankey, back to the campground. So I've been training as hard as I know how for about the last month, but many of you will remember I sustained a pretty serious knee injury that resulted in blood clots in my lungs back in late April, early May, which put a significant damper on the training efforts. Here's a quick clip from a previous video that shows you what that injury looked like in real time.
A full day for a ride. Here we go. I'm gonna go up to this rock and go try this cool new rock feature. What could happen? And here we go. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh, shoot, oh no, bad, no, oh no. Oh, oof, eesh, bad idea.
So the knee injury laid me up pretty good, required some stitches and some immobilization. Here's a picture as it started to heal. I'll show you the really nasty ones. But as it was immobilized, it caused lots of swelling in my foot. The swelling actually caused blood clots, which landed in my lungs with pulmonary embolisms, and then blood thinners for 3 months. So I was off the bike. So instead, I grew a sweet mustache And then as the knee healed, I did a bunch of rides on the fat bike. Continued to cultivate the beautiful mustache. Had some fun with the bikes on the kids, but nothing dangerous. I bought a new bike. I bought that Timberjack single speed and found some wide, safe paths to ride on the single speed to try to train. I found some gravel and kind of loved the gravel, although it was beautiful west of Charlottesville. Went on some hikes to explore the mountains on foot. It was a lot safer to do that. Shaved the mustache and then explored some greenway on the single speed and continued to try to train. Went on a few more hikes, got to spend some more time in the mountains with the family when I was not on the bike quite as much as usual. Took a buddy on a mountain bike ride for the first time. Then I came off of blood thinners, got to go on my first real mountain bike ride. I went on a monster George Washington National Forest ride, which you've seen in a previous video. I explored Blue Ridge School new features, and then started to upgrade the bike parts, getting ready for Shenandoah Mountain 100. Went back to Blue Ridge School, and then finally went back to Stokesville for another quick ride when I dropped the bike off for a wheel replacement. And it brings us up to today. So over on Strava, here we see the last 4 weeks, a lot of activity between 3 rides per week and a few full body workouts. And as we look down at the overall activity over the last 5 or 6 months, you're going to see obviously that huge gap there at the end of April, early May, where I was knee was banged up and was not able to ride. Went on blood thinners, and then a slow ramp up as the knee got better and was only able to ride super conservatively. We had that big dip in July. That's 4th of July week. Didn't ride much that week. And that other dip there a few weeks ago in August when I was at the beach. So we've done everything we can to ride and ramp up. The lungs feel good. The knee feels good. The only thing we were missing was more of those monster rides out there where you're in the saddle for 5 to 6 hours. Overall, I feel ready, but I've never done a 100-mile race before. Again, I wish we had done a little bit more of those long rides, but you can do what you can do coming off of an injury. So here's a quick clip. I'm going to get some ride footage of a recent trip to Blue Ridge School and some of the cool highlights out there.
Caution. Okay. Yeah, that's a little pucker factor right there. Nice! That's awesome. Drop. Drop. Woo! Nice! That's kind of a drop. the way through Senior Rock. Nice. This way today.
So just a reminder, Blue Ridge School is closed right now while the kids come back to school and all the COVID precautions. But man, awesome new stuff on that Copperhead Trail. I'll probably do a full edit on that in the future. But now we turn our sights to Sunday and the 100 miles of the SM100. I think I'm ready and we're going to go for it. So wish me luck. I'll do a video as much as possible as I can get footage along that race. We'll put some things together. We'll have a lot of fun, a lot of pain, and hopefully you can get out there together, find that flow.